Hey, Mike Acord here. Man, this is my favorite time of the year because the jerkbait becomes a huge player in what's going on out there. And I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of quick tips that I use to catch a lot of fish on a jerkbait for the fall season. Now, the fall season is a long season. It starts right now in early October and runs all the way into November until the water gets down pretty low and we start considering it winter, which is below 40 degrees. So it's going to last a long time. So we got a lot of jerkbait fishing to do, and we can break it down pretty easily. I fish a couple of baits. I fish a couple of baits that I have a bunch of jerkbait because I'm a jerkbait junkie, and you guys that know me heard me talk about the boxes of tackle that I have. I have, a lot of 4 or 5 boxes of jerkbaits that I fish, and I just like having them. I like collecting them, but I really only use a couple of them like all the time. And I thought, well, let's pick out just a couple of baits that you can get and that are going to work for all conditions. And that is where we're going to start. And one of the baits that, if you just wanted to buy 2 baits, is the Lucky Craft Pointer 100. Between me and my brother George, these baits right here have caught us thousands upon thousands of smallmouth and largemouth. It's also a great largemouth bait. So you got 2 colors. You got the Ghost Minnow, which is your clear water, sunny days, pressured situations where it's really super clear. That thing will absolutely catch them for you. And then for a little bit of stain water, maybe a cloudy day, that kind of stuff around the grass, whatever. We like this one right here, which is the chartreuse shad, a must-have bait also in a tackle box. These are 2 that you have to have: the Ghost Minnow and the chartreuse shad. And if I was only going to get 2, these are 2 I would get. Now, the other baits that I like is the Mega Bass Vision 110. Can't say enough about Mega Bass. We always talked about it as the finesse jerkbait, the bait that catches them when nothing else does. And you can catch them in unpressured situations or whatever too. But I always pull it out when I know the things are going to be super tough, and I really need to get some bites. It's not happening. High bluebird sky, sunny days or whatever. This thing really does it. Again, there's 2 colors that I use that I have in my box that I break out all the time, and that is the HT Ito Tennessee Shad, okay, which is that guy right there, that has a little bit of chartreuse tip on the end of the bait, which really I think sucks them in for a good bite. And then the other one is the HT Ito Wagasagi, and you can see the Wagasagi has a little bit of purple on the tail. And I think just for us in smallmouth and what we do, and largemouth, this is also a largemouth deal, and in the Northeast where we're at, these 2 baits right here will get it done for you no matter where you go or what you do. So this is our finesse baits. This is the ones where when it's really tough and you really got to slow down and you really got to get specific and really try to get those fish to bite and coerce them to bite, and this is the one that'll get it done. It's a great dead sticking bait. It's a great bait for ultra cold water. So make sure you carry these with you also. And then the other things you gotta have when you're jerkbait fishing is the suspend dots. Now you got dots and you got strips. Some people like to suspend dots, which is me. I like to suspend dots, and some people like suspend strips because they're a little heavier, or they can put one on and then trim it down however they like it, and it makes it a little easier. I like just to add or subtract dot for myself. And what this does is it allows you to mess with your fall rate of your bait. So you can have the bait suspend perfectly. You can have it slowly rise. Some baits slowly rise out of the pack. You might want it to suspend perfectly, or you might want to add a little bit of weight and get it to drop and sink at a certain rate so you can get down deeper. I find the sinking rate is better for the colder water. When you get into the low 50s and 40s, even into the 30s, it's must have the sink rate is get a bait down a little deeper is a must situation. That's where we use the dots. Even the Mega Bass, sometimes we'll put suspend dots or strips on Mega Bass, even though they're perfectly done out of the package. but must have, put them in your box. Suspend dots, suspend strips, very, very important. And then the last thing, and this is more for your right now through any part of the 50s, and that is the soft plastic jerkbait, which is the Zoom Super Fluke. Man, you only need one color, and that's white. This thing is freaking deadly, absolutely deadly. Zoom Super Fluke. I fish it on a 3/0 extra wide gap hook. And it's just that twitch pause, and it just gives you that slow fall down, that really methodical, kind of tantalizing fall right into the fish's face. Instead of it suspending or rising, it's falling in their face. And it's a bait that will absolutely slay them. For instance, this year probably went through 10 bags of these so far myself, and I haven't been fishing a lot, but I'm catching a ton of fish on them, and I've been since August and July, actually. End of July, August, September, smoking them on this thing. It's just a bait that I go to all the time. It's fun to fish, it's easy to fish. You can fish it fast, you can fish it slow, you can fish it deep, you can fish it shallow, you can fish it in grass, around grass, whatever. It's very, very versatile. And it is a fish catching machine. I'm telling you, this is a must have in your box for the fall. You got the Pointer 100s, you've got the Mega Bass Vision 110s, you've got the suspend strips, and now you've got the Zoom in your face Super Fluke. Really only one color. This is, I throw this 90% of the time. You can mess around with other colors if you like, because there's times where other colors work, but just want to get one. You want to get just getting into this fall fishing, get these baits that we just talked about, and you will have great success. Hope that helps you out for this season. Get out there. You can fish all the way up to the lures bounce. So it's coming. It's happening right now. Don't miss out for this year's fall fishing. And thanks for stopping by.